with Rachel Levitsky, Julie Patton, Selina Sue, Anne Waldman, and others. Riggs has received prizes for her book, Pom and Granite, 1913 press in 2015, and her translation from the French of Et al. Adnan's Time with Nightboat 2019. Riggs' poetry has been translated into French, Arabic, Japanese, and Italian, and she lives in Brooklyn. Please welcome Sarah.
So fabulous to celebrate Vincent, who I've known for 20 years, and right across from Taranay's pomegranate painting and Susan B's, is that Billie Holiday? Yeah. Yeah, it's great. And with you all, so thank you so much. So this is my letter poem to Vincent Broca. Dear Vincent Broca, land locked and derived, a mellow compartment, there to the something avenue, poised on an artichoke or two, severed and delivered, rolling speech, quickly in the wonder, staccato, a performance solo into main, frightening there, tremulous. You laughed to determine whereabouts at the center of souls, there to the steps leading up and down. Tracy Morris wowing Albertine, and you to the angle, articulate. So more or less uttered. You are singing, you in flight, landing here and there. And we're coming on the second anniversary of I Sept again with Cecilia Vicuña on the Chelsea High Line. So I'm going to read from the anthology ditty. A grasshopper is an emotional grasshopper, is a grasshopper. An ant is an essential worker ant, is an ant. A praying mantis is devotional, a praying mantis. A cricket is an eclectic cricket, is a cricket. A roly-poly is a singular roly-poly, is a roly-poly, a roly-poly. An earthworm is a susceptible worm, a worm, a worm. A maggot is a vocational maggot, is a working maggot. A ladybug is a grouchy ladybug, is a ladybug. A spider is a lonely spider, is a spider solo. A centipede is a laughing centipede, is a centipede. A cicada is a probable cicada, is a cicada with human wings. A gnat is a darling gnat, is a daring gnat. A mosquito is a flirtatious mosquito, is a mosquito. A bumblebee is a giddy bumblebee, is a bumblebee. A fly is a visionary fly, is a fly. A moth is an all-knowing moth, is a moth. A dragonfly is a meditative dragonfly, is a dragonfly.
Alrighty, up next we have Kevin Holden. Kevin is a poet, translator, and essayist. He is the author of 7 books and chapbooks of poetry, including Solar, which was a finalist for the National Poetry Series and won the Fence Modern Poets Prize, and Birch, which won the Ahsahta Prize, the Press Award. I like what they do as well, I just can't say it. Or did. And Pink Noise, just out from Nightboat. Kevin translates from French, German, and Russian, and his translation of Jean Day's book, The Figure Outward, is forthcoming from Black Square Editions. He's taught at Bard, Brown, Iowa, and Harvard, and is currently a junior fellow at the Harvard Society of Fellows and the writer-in-residence of Kirkland House. He is also an activist and cares a great deal, as we all should, about trees. Please welcome Kevin.
We should care about trees.
That was my addition.
This is, I don't know if do I need this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is so great. I love Vincent, and it's just so happy making to be here and do this. And yeah, we've known each other for some time, and some of the conversations about poetry I've had with Vincent and Olivier are the best I've ever had about poetry. We've known each other for a long time. We started translating each other just some years ago, but in a small glass house at the beautiful home of Omar and Sarah. So it's just kind of great to be with you two, people I don't see very often. Anyway, so I'm going to read poems from this new book, the one from Nightboat, called Pink Noise. And these are also they, but it's just easier to read the loose leaf paper. So I'll just start inside of it, though, just for the sake of it. Nephilim. Antiphonal 12-tone, as if there could be such a thing. Anticomb, the pollen, a yellow shivering, to take your seraphim and synapses, the spaces between O, a raven, a crow, an owl. Show me the backside of the data barn, one yottabyte of brain. Oh, come on now, you would say, supercomputer, unbutton your pants. Chrysoprase. Icosahedral, the antipodal variation for Vivian and wheels within wheels, take him from behind, thrusting an infinite variation. The god splits in two and is in front and is behind this perfect green man cut out of wood. Anyway, Ophanim, the darker substrate, a Subway, McDonald's, a Wendy's, at 3 a.m. in the wastes of the city, come out of the club, enter the electric grid, ECT shivering up through her spine and digitizing thunder and traffic noises. Say again, rainbow, rainbow, all the music is a rainbow. Aves. Transform that space, well, you're okay. How much money did you get? Purple sage field. He'd say it was real. Well, I don't remember that fold. A flock of geese in triangles. I'll give you 20. That would be what the birds start with. Peridot. Awaken each moment in an emerald cube to see that scene of transmutation, that metamorphosis or phosphorescent blur. Point being be inside the point of light, lit a route to be it then, greener algorithm in his mind, bones in his white sheen, bulge in his white jeans, veins in his big arms. Regardless, Hegel saw the pyramids as vast prisms of death. Regardless, Vishnu reclines on a sea of milk. The sky milk blue and astringent, he says. The snow is a different color up here, blue, like skim milk, he says. Why we recline on this day as opposed to others. The world is all that we must pass over in silence. Antiquoron flame up in his mind. This sticks and null set recombine to a vision of your life behind bars, an ever-darkening infinity, so you break it apart with your bare little hands and thank your mother for your name. Highland Plains. That would any we heap in glassy mathematics, shiver into a corner, black and white go, strung over grid little bowls, you to show any stellation in here. Please be my blue redux for aqueduct labeling, you shout dark nibelung, I'd say happy opaque quartz a shouting. All those planes ever chiming in it, darken your ore into transfinite, huge glyph, bright aleph burning into you, luciferase. Taste that salt at the starry edge now. We leap into happy cubes, feet untethered but aimless, vectorless. You shower in rosy shadows. Poetry is the negative space of being. In it all folded ligaments shower, vortex for the fistful flowers. Back in it for you, J curve, we are here, saddened in those multiform dances, flow out in a dress of graphemes, naked at the door. Halcyon. You'd say a long time, and the motion perpetual, perihelix for a daybreak, a rebus, a rhombus, a tisket, a tasket, head of Orpheus in a wicker basket. Azeotrope. To get to the place behind the beech tree, that place beyond that greenery, sing foil up into a blaze, ring out sound in a final blue flash. Deep tones ground into the metal, rose gold aureole, litter little birds to throw you up to the sky. Each second is its own thought. I've been to many parts of this city. Each section changes so much, or does not change anywhere. Marble slab in the mind of God, or air. And then the last one, called Cornflower. Return that crisper gray square, aleatoric television in an emerald light, or lightning bug in allotropic variety, wander derivatively, regressing for a queen and a castle, 8 by 8, and a series of planned permutations showing clue, cube, cough, set from the start, and a winter flower, 5 points of the folded star, or sigils, allotropic series. That could be a mesophasic pathway to a woodland brook, a hooded ministry, or black-blooded falconeress, mustard seed, golden yield, hand herding in another mind, your limits of being pulled over onto the other sphere, lichen, birch, a phenomenal ray, or angels bunched in a corner, head or heart, and we walk over those fields and search ever for a window frame for the world, and something tracing a ladder, something, and you say, leave that therefore, quartet for the end of time, and building in language games that non-space by the board or the lilac bush, charred glyphs spelled outward in salt scrawl, or the white asymptote watches you every dawn through your eyes. That's what happened to me.